Junji Ito's iconic horror manga, Uzumaki. It has captivated audiences for years with its eerie atmosphere and unsettling storytelling. But now, the Uzumaki anime, Episode 2, how does that stack up against the original manga? We're here to find out. I hope you all enjoy. In the first episode of the anime, if you haven't seen the review, check it out in the description below, captured the distinct feel and visuals of Ito's work. But the transition from page to page has brought its own flair onto the screen. Now for the second episode, although I found that a lot of the animated sequences gave a new life to the grotesque imagery, I couldn't help but notice a stark contrast between the first episode and the second. Take a look at some of this animation. I searched around the internet for other people's opinions to make sure that I wasn't going crazy, but unfortunately, I wasn't the only one. As you can see in the clips time and time again, they show lots of still, lifeless shots without any animation at all. Some have even described it as a moving slideshow. To give credit where credit is due, some of the close-up shots do look really nice, but the quality dip is still noticeable and the animation style also seems a bit different when compared to the first episode. It almost reminds me of the previous two anime adaptations of Ito's works. My only hope is that in the next two episodes we'll return back to their original style. Another significant difference is the pacing of the anime. The manga has a much slower build-up, allowing viewers to absorb the creeping dread of the town and all of its inhabitants. And although episode 2 delves a little deeper into the character development, exploring the whole high school scene and some of the psychological horror elements, I think the brisk pacing really makes them not hit as hard as the manga. While I truly believe that most fans would appreciate the deeper exploration present in the Uzumaki manga, I do recognize that some fans may prefer the more concise format of the anime. But still, I can't stress enough, read the manga if you want the full experience. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to hear. Building on the previous point, I'd like to talk about the characterization and the depth. In this episode, we see a bit more focus on the characters' internal struggles and relationships, which adds depth to the narrative. The anime's straightforward approach often leaves much to the imagination, whereas the manga fills in some more emotional gaps, making the characters feel more relatable. For me, that extra depth in the manga helped me connect to the characters much better and imagine myself in their shoes, adding to the unsettling atmosphere that the manga establishes so effectively. Uzumaki is renowned for its uncanny and disturbing themes, and episode 2 is still able to somewhat deliver. The anime captures the essence of horror through atmospheric sound design and haunting visuals. Certain scenes that relied heavily on the reader's imagination in the manga are brought to life with unsettling soundscapes and visuals, making them even more impactful. That said, some fans may argue that the suspense is less pronounced in the anime, just because the manga's pacing often leaves the reader on edge at all moments. The final topic I'd like to discuss for this episode is the overall story structure, which is somewhat related to the pacing. We have several chapters of the manga being covered all at once: Medusa, Twisted Souls, The Snail, The Black Lighthouse, Jack in the Box, and Spiral Obsession 2. Due to all of this being combined into one big cauldron of ideas, it seemed to make some of the bigger moments of the anime not hit as hard as the manga. After all, you're never left with a moment to breathe, since once one moment ends, they have to bring you right into the next. Not to mention that a lot of things related to all of these plot lines are completely absent. Overall, Uzumaki Episode 2 somewhat successfully brings Junji Ito's Uzumaki to anime form, offering faithful adaptations of key panels. The anime's structure and pacing cuts out a lot of material and makes it hard for one to truly appreciate some of the better moments of the story. Both versions have their merit, and fans of the work will find value in experiencing both the anime and the manga, Whether you prefer the haunting illustrations of the manga or the atmosphere of the anime, Uzumaki will undoubtedly continue to be a compelling exploration of fear and obsession. My only hope is that this anime won't spiral out of control. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah De Jesus, Motosurf, Leo, Dason Animus, Minue, Rich Harris, Andre Wolf, Tanya M, Kago, and Voodoo. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.